What's the happiest, best, most fulfilling way of living with a learning difficulty? For more than 60 years, Botton village in North Yorkshire has provided what many people have regarded as a model, a village where people with learning difficulties and those who care for them live and work side by side. Botton is run by the Camphill Village Trust, and in many ways it has seemed successful.
I felt I had more opportunities of a decent job, decent home, and plenty of opportunity to meet people, to talk to them and find friends. That's how Botton helps people here. We help one another. That's more Cole Koenig's idea as well. It's we help one another. It's support each other. We help run the workshops, we help each other doing things like the gardens, the farms. If that didn't happen, would this place exist? No way.
Well, nobody wants Botton to end, but the Trust is saying that the model of volunteering in return for generous expenses doesn't work. They want the people who run Botton to be paid employees. Those people, many of them, are objecting. They're taking their objections to the High Court today. In a moment, we'll hear from the Chief Executive of the Trust. But first, Jonathan Reed, who is what they call a co-worker, a volunteer, works with people with learning disabilities in the village and is on the line now from Middlesbrough. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tell me how it works. What do you do? You get up in the morning and what, you all eat together, and how does the day structure itself?
Yes, I mean, I live in a household with, there are 8 of us altogether, 4 co-workers and 4 so-called disabled people. We eat together, we share our meals together. Everybody goes off to work. We share lives.
And what sort of things do you do in the day?
Me personally?
All of you?
In general.
When you say everyone goes off to work, what do you all do?
Well, there are many workshops in the village, making wooden toys, making dolls, working on farms and gardens. People also involved in management and administration and so forth. But yeah, I think the main point is that when you get up in the morning, the people that you're in contact with are not your work. They are people you live with. And in the course of the day, everybody goes off to work and has something meaningful and productive to do.
How do you make a living then?
How do I make a living? I don't make a living as such in terms of I'm paid by the hour or by the month and a salary for what I do.
But I mean, you must pay for food and, I don't know, holidays and things that you do. Where does the money come from?
That's right. Well, historically, the community's been funded from 3 directions. One is from fundraised money. Secondly, from what money comes through the government for social care, and thirdly, sale of work.
Right. And you get a proportion of that. Your expenses are paid through that.
Our expenses are paid.
Yeah. And that model, if that were transferred and you were simply paid a salary, what would change?
I think the essential thing that would change for me is that it alters the relationship between myself and the people I'm living with. If I'm paid, I'm paid to provide social care. That is, so the relationship between myself and the people I've lived with for 20-25 years becomes a contractual one.
OK, Mr. Reed, thanks for talking to us. Let's turn to Hugh John, who's Chief Executive of the Camphill Village Trust. Good morning.
Good morning.
What do you say to that the move towards these people being salaried employees changes in a profound way the relationship they have with the people they're caring for?
We don't think that the relationship is based around whether you're employed or not employed. We think it's based around trust. It's based around having time to get to know each other and understand one another. What we need to understand is that right across the Camphill world, globally, due to legislation, due to employment law, Camphill communities have moved to employment status.
And other ones have they?
Yes, right across the globe, including the UK, obviously including within the Camphill Village Trust. And they've continued to provide really meaningful communities, they've continued to provide strong relationships, and they've proven that they can navigate that legislative world that we're in.
Why do you need to make the change if the people in Botton don't want it made?
We need to make the change because we're being told to. We're being told to by the HMRC, the taxman, who has told us that the arrangements we had for co-workers' tax is 15 years old, and there's been huge changes in tax and employment law in that time. And we've been given a very clear message that from April the 6th, HMRC will judge and view our co-workers as being employees. And as a result of that, we'll have to pay the tax.
Why not appeal against that? Because, excuse me, one of the things that people might say, and certainly some of those who work there might say, or volunteer there might say, is that this is an imposition of all sorts of bureaucratic controls and tick boxes on a situation that works. Is it your case that the situation doesn't work?
It works elsewhere in the charity with employed staff and with those co-workers who've chosen to move. The weight of expectation upon us is really challenging. The HMRC, as I mentioned, the Charity Commission have told us that there needs to be a significant change to the way in which co-workers are governed and the way in which they are rewarded. They're telling us very clearly that they don't view this as volunteering in terms of the Charity Commission or as how the public would perceive it. We're talking about private education, private housing, we're talking about private healthcare.
These are the things that are provided.
These are the benefits, and the Charity Commission have said, as a result of some whistleblowing, that's not volunteering, and you need to pull that in line.
All goes to court today.